As a wife and a man, you are one and joined together. 2, you must live and invest together. 3, if as a woman you are secretly investing your property elsewhere and the man is investing their property elsewhere, if the man wants to sell his property, spousal consent will not be required. If as a woman you want to sell your property, spousal consent will not be required. Ukiwa wewe ni man solo kwa mali yako kama mwanamke, umeficha man solo ama woman solo, don't cry when the man is selling the property. Welcome to Court Helicopter Explainer. We are still on Daniel Ngumi and addressing our brothers and sisters in the diaspora in all countries outside Kenya. Here, today we are looking at a new episode where how does the court deal when your wife has her own properties bought without you knowing and registered in her name? But yours, you have also bought and your properties and registered in your name. Can the court look at this as matrimonial property? This is a story of where an American man in the diaspora was sending money to his wife. The wife was also working in Kenya. This man expected the wife to register the property in her name, but in his name. But the woman proceeded with registering the property in her name. She had her own money. She bought her properties separately. So when the man came back, he tried to ask the property. The wife told him, "There's nothing like that. These properties, you sent me money. They were my gifts. And I invested them in my name. So don't ask this property." Are you facing the same issue? Is your wife secretly having a Mogonda somewhere? Has your wife secretly subscribed to shares in banks, in Safaricom, in everywhere? Is your wife having a lot of properties that you don't know? This is the question that was brought before the Court of Appeal. Can you imagine? This matter went to the Court of Appeal in Civil Appeal number 16 of 2019. This is Justice Warasame, Justice W.K. Koril, and Justice J.M. Ngugi, Professor. What is the issue in this matter? In paragraph 15, she says, while raising children and managing household expenses were undoubtedly valuable to family life, they did not automatically translate into proprietary rights without proof that such activities enabled the acquisition or improvement of the specific property. She argued that she was left here in Kenya taking care of the children. The court dismissed that. Paragraph 16. The court found out that there was no evidence of a common intention to own property in equal shares between the parties. Instead, the evidence revealed a consistent pattern of separate ownership and individual property rights throughout their marriage. So the court found out that every property of the marriage, the man owned his property alone. The woman registered her property alone. Paragraph 17. Even in their business ventures operated on parallel but separate tracks, the hotels in Eldoret, which the second respondent established using proceeds from the sale of the Laikipia farm, were operated as his separate business ventures. So the man ran his businesses separate from the woman. Paragraph 19. In the absence of proven contribution, no trust arose in favor of the first respondent. The sold property remained in law and in equity the sole property of the second respondent as a registered proprietor. Consequently, the first respondent consent was not required for the sale. The second respondent possessed full legal capacity to transfer the property to the appellant, and the transaction concluded on 17 May 2006 was valid and cannot be revoked. So what are the lessons in this matter? Here is the question about matrimonial property. Can a man sell property without spousal consent? Yes. In this matter, this man had his own properties. The woman had her own independent properties. Can a wife go to court and say that I was not consulted? The answer in this Court of Appeal decision is that if there is evidence that the woman or the wife was investing separately and the man was operating separately, registering properties separately, a spousal consent is not necessary. Our guy in the US was allowed to sell his property. What are the lessons in this matter? The lessons in this matter are: one, as a wife and a man, you are one and joined together. Two, you must live and invest together. Three, if as a woman you are secretly investing your property elsewhere and the man is investing their property elsewhere, if the man wants to sell his property, spousal consent will not be required. If as a woman you want to sell your property, spousal consent will not be required. Sixth, if the man is in the diaspora, he sends money to you or to a wife to buy property, and she buys the property in her name, claiming that she has children, she has what to do. The courts have said if she never contributed to the purchase of the property, she will not be allowed to inherit, to have that property. She cannot go under division of matrimonial property if she never contributed anything. So the answer is, ukiwa wewe ni man solo kwa mali yako kama mwanamke, umeficha man solo ama woman solo, don't cry when the man is selling the property alone. Wakili Dan Omari from Court Helicopter, and we thank our crew, Vivian, for having looked at this controversial decision. This is a Court of Appeal decision.